Welcome to Beautiful Salvage, where we hope to inspire others to make something new from old, worn-out items. Julie and I have had an adventure to Connecticut visiting one of our old junking buddies. Come join us for a tour of our friend's home to see her upcycled decor. Hello, welcome to Beautiful Salvage. For the last 4 days, Julie and I have been on vacation in Connecticut, and we've been visiting a dear friend of ours who's been one of our huge inspirations for Beautiful Salvage and recreating and upcycling decor. And she happens to live in an old mill. So we're going to give you a tour today, and you will meet Lana and get to see all of her fun upcycled decor and this gorgeous mill that she has purchased here in Connecticut. Come on in and we'll show you around. This mill was built into a hill. During the 1800s, horse wagons would pull up to the side and get filled with feed. A train track ran along the other side of the building, and train cars would also get filled.
Well, hello, Amy.
Well, hello, Lana.
How are you? I've been so excited for you to come and see my mill house.
What's around?
Oh, well, it's a work in progress. This is an old feed mill, and in the 90s, they turned it into an art studio, and then later on into an office, and now I'm trying to turn it into a residence, and I'm having lots of fun. Brought a lot of my junk from Minnesota out, and I collect gold garage sailing like Amy does, and Julie, and we used to be old junker partners back in Minnesota.
She's been one of my biggest inspirations, and
get out of here.
You will see as we go through all of her wonderful little decor vignettes. I'm still seeing new stuff every time I look in different corners. It's so beautiful.
Amy and Julie and I did boutiques back in Brainerd at our houses and anywhere we could set up, and then Amy got a nice shop now and a store, and I'm so excited for you.
Yes, only I wish we could take you back with us.
I wish.
Amazing. This is is it really an old umbrella stand?
Yeah, back in the day they always had umbrella stands in the lobby.
Okay.
So that you could put your umbrella there, or the hotel would have umbrellas. So if it was raining, the maitre d' would run out and, get you to the car and bring it back. Mm-hmm. And then the bottom's all galvanized, so the water would drip off and it wouldn't stain their floor. And I just kind of made it an addition to my little coat rack on how to do that. This is just an old headboard. And some old hooks I took out of my mom's house. This is a piece of siding off my brother's house. That's a clock a lady gave me. So you just kind of have this pile of junk, and you
work with what you find.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
There were no closets in here in this mill. There still isn't, so I've had to be a little creative. And this is kind of my library office area. That's just an old school desk that I brought back from Minnesota. I collect these little typewriter tables for end tables. These beams are all from hemlock.
This post is probably, for sure a foot wide.
Yeah. And if for any of you people that know, they used little pegs to hold these together.
Mm-hmm. So no nails or screws. No nails. It's just
back in the day, this probably was built in the early 1800s, the mill itself.
Yes. And you decorated this?
Yeah.
So cute.
This is a typical fence post out here in the east.
You take old and bring it in, and just the texture.
These were in my brother-in-law's yard, rotting away.
Yeah.
So, and we were thinking we'd put like some nesting material and some birds, or who knows what's going to happen with that. Other pieces of people donate to me, and I try to save them. That chair there is chalk painted. It used to be a really bright pattern, so I do a lot of that. We have a lot of artists and musicians, and they were nice enough to leave that. That's how the mill looked before we put the apartment. They put the apartment on in '75.
Lana has an eye for detail, and all of her unique thrift and tag sale finds are beautifully displayed throughout her home. Most of her upcycled painting is done in antique-y creamy tones, bringing a cohesive look to the vast array of displayed items. Many of her vignettes are made up of old weathered pieces that have an age-old story. We have these stairs going up, and this was salvaged wood from somewhere in the mill.
It was hemlock I'm not sure that the hemlock used on this was exactly stairs at the time, but
Right.
when they converted it, they probably
they
moved these beams around or got them somewhere in the area, is what I understand.
Yes, and then her cute little theater seating here now. She had this in Minnesota. She purchased it in Minnesota at some sort of
it was a flea market in Grand Rapids that I haunted every year.
And then she hadn't finished these when she brought them here, so you finished these here.
Yeah. That's the chalk paint in distress again. I do a lot of that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
The clock is an old tabletop from my past. It was taken apart. My brother wanted to make a new top for it was clockwood round table. And so me and my cousin Gladys, which you'll see some of her stuff around here, put it together and cut out the letters, and that's as far as I got. I hauled it out here, and then my brother Terry and I tacked the Roman numerals on. And
I absolutely love this idea. So underneath here is her TV.
Yeah, see.
Because she's like me. We're both like. We don't really care for
I don't want any
electronics
showing.
And you would never know that it's here.
I'm in love with Bemis bead sacks, and thank you, Amy, for putting those on your online store. The rock wall, that's original to this building. It goes down to the basement and up to this height. I saw an ad where a gentleman was retiring, and he had 3 barns to pick. The barn I got this out, it had 3 stories. It was just amazing.
You'll see one hanging in her kitchen as well. So if you follow us to the kitchen. So the kitchen is just so fun and unique. It has this fun ladder up here that you scratched from your brother's backyard.
I think it was from an old swing set, and it was laying behind his garage, and I said, I could use that. I got it. For the kitchen. And so we brought it over here. The rebar bars were in my brother's junk pile to go to the dump. And then I make these bucket chandeliers. You like,
yes. We used to have ventures making bucket chandeliers. And if you like a bucket chandelier, we also have them on the website.
Yeah.
They don't have the gems on them, but you can always add that later.
Yeah, you can order those on Amazon.
Yeah.
So this is really a makeshift kitchen. I have other plans.
But it's so fun.
Brush it off.
And look at this massive chopping butcher's block.
An old cannery table. And then these are number 2, I believe. The big cans is how they opened that. We found this in the Norfolk Curling Club. And we hauled it out to Minnesota, and I used it there. And who knew I'd be back in Norfolk? And here it is. But it was very wobbly and kind of unsafe. So my brother Terry, who's very creative, made a beautiful shelf for me, and we put casters on it, and it fit. It was meant to be. It was meant to come home. So,
yes. And then you have this fun industrial rack, and did this come from around here?
No, it's something else I hauled. This was in my father's garage. I lived in Baxter growing up. And over here you'll see more of the stone of the building.
Yes, and you'll see just little vignettes everywhere, like the little apple vignette at the bottom. And then you'll see a little bird cage with coffee cups in it, so she's very detail oriented. Much of Lana's decor style lends itself to an eclectic mix of rustic farmhouse pieces, which is most evident in the kitchen.
I was shopping online at beautiful Salvage from out here, because I always keep an eye on what these girls are doing. And I saw these little lemon pictures.
Yes.
And these are not real lemons, but they look pretty good.
Well, what about this one?
No, I cut it in half.
That is fun, and it's a little juicer here.
Yeah. And my sister had lemon glasses, she borrowed me, so, everything just kind of evolved.
In Welcome to the Mill House Part 2, we will walk you through my favorite rooms that are encased with beautiful salvaged windows, so stay tuned for the next video. If you like what you have seen so far, please support our channel by giving us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. One of our passions is to take you along on our creative journey and inspire others to make old things new again. If you would like to shop products much of like what you saw today, head over to beautifulsalvage.com. Have a beautiful day.